wish I could have a better stitching cord. This seems crazy. What's this thing so? Oh, it's all on top of my dresser. Is it the right spot? I'm so over this camera. That's all they need to say. Oof. It is nothing like taking a nap. What time is it? It's 2:55. 2:55. Yep, 2:55 in the morning. Mm-mm-mm. I walked in the house last night and my girl was with a black and a mandinger. Son of a gun had a baby leg down there. She had it deep to the ball. Veins in it. It's not funny, boy. Not funny. I walked in the house last night and my girl was with a black and a mandinger. Son of a gun had. That's amazing. People choose what they want to choose. It's so funny on TikTok. This thing really makes your skin like white. I'm not that light. I mean, shades like crazy light. Do do do. I cannot believe it is October. It's almost Halloween. Oh my god. Whoops. Hey baller. Hey ho. What's up, mama? What's up, Johnson? How's everybody doing? What's going on? Well, hello to you too, Johnson. Hey, Beck. How are you, sweetie? It's different. I just woke up and stuff. I'm drinking some water and stuff. Drinking some water. I took a bath because you know my bathroom is messed up. So I'm waiting for the guy to fix it. I'm glad I'm not freaking out. But the thing is like I'm actually proud of myself for not freaking out though. Because normally I would freak out because my house is upside down. Hey Mama Blonde, how are you, sweetie? I'm drinking my water. Yeah, I went to the taking some business. I be so tired though.
I be so tired. I mean, for real tired. Real tired. Well, okay. So Miss Johnson wants to talk about Dave Chappelle. The thing about Dave Chappelle is, who cares? Who really cares what he says? Hey Johnson. Hey you mentioned, like, who cares what he says? I mean, people talk all the time. Who cares? Stop making this man a god. Who cares what he said? But he's a hypocrite anyway, because remember when oh, I don't like the way they were laughing at me. They wasn't laughing with me. They were laughing at me. So he went away. And then what they did to him, he's doing to everybody else. Child. I told you. I don't pay people no mind. The same reason why he left is the same reason why he acted like Chaplin. I left $50 million. Okay, well, good for you. Yeah, but the thing is with him is he's not nobody. Like, he's not nobody. To me, he's not nobody. I mean, to y'all, y'all making him into somebody. Y'all making him into something. To me, he's not. But I mean, everybody picks what they like. I ain't knocking. That's what y'all into. He ain't nobody. Now, he's somebody to me. If my Cash App was getting filled up by him, he's somebody for me. That when my light bill come in, he send me money. That's when he's relevant for me. But if he ain't doing nothing for me, child, and he ain't doing nothing for you, y'all should be to care less. Because people gonna talk about people no matter what they do. Like, you could do 1,000 things good and they gonna care. Child. He loves your pool and despite black. Have you noticed his behavior and how he should? I really don't follow him, y'all. Like, I really don't follow him. It's just not my thing. The only reason why I be honest with you, I haven't even seen what I did hear him say. It wasn't offensive. Now it could be more stuff that I didn't hear. I do not know because I don't follow him. All I heard him say was the baby killed somebody and he got away with it. But if you're gay, you get this whole. Now maybe he said more than that. I don't know. I really don't know. But what he did say was kind of true. In fact, it was very true. Because if you could kill somebody and get away with it, and you hurt somebody's feelings, is when it matters. But come on, he's like, who cares? Who cares? People gonna talk about people no matter what you do. I don't really care about him myself. Me neither. It's like, I don't care. Who cares? They making him into somebody big. Y'all the one making him into something big. Who cares? Like, who's this man? Who cares what he said? Y'all making him into a god. It's literally water under the bridge for me. Exactly. That's how I feel. I don't care about him. I only like one comedian. I just don't follow comedians. I did see some though. I saw Simone. I love Monique. Monique Park, or I forget her. I think it's Monique. But I love Monique. And I love Simone. I love Kim Whitley. And some of the new people I just don't find them funny. It is some other comedians out there that's funny too. But I really don't follow it. I'm too busy following other things. Do you get along with T.S. Madison? I don't know T.S. Madison. I mean, first of all, T.S. Madison is one beautiful. That girl is beautiful without makeup. That's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful woman. She's beautiful, and she's my sister, so I'm gonna love her regardlessly. Unless she crossed me, she ain't crossed me, so I think she's very beautiful. She don't need no makeup. She can do anything she want. Cookie Tookie is beautiful too. She just lost in a lot of the world. That's a beautiful girl too. But I mean, those are my sisters. Of course, I'm gonna get them a pass. I'm always gonna give my sisters a pass. Not all of them, but I'm gonna give them a pass. Of course, I'm gonna be very biased. When they my sisters, I don't care. I'm sorry. Uh-uh. Oh my God, yes, Mooney. I live right. Yeah. What do you think about Andrew Carwell? I met Andrew Carwell after that whole I'm not gay no more. I met him in a gay bar in New York City. He was in a gay bar there. He was standing up there about to get into a fight. Another gay person about to fight him. And he saw me. Andrew Carwell is a person that just wants attention. And he'll do anything else. He's still gay. Child, he was in a gay bar after that whole thing. He was in a gay bar on Christmas Street. And me and my best friend was like, isn't that? I'm not gay no more. But he's still gay. The thing about it is, remember I keep telling y'all, people are different. Everybody moves differently. People do things for, what's that thing called? Gaslighting. That's the new word. There's so many new words I can't keep up. But I've seen him in there. He's short. He's very submissive. He's not dominant. Like a kind of person that you would feel threatened. He's very soft and pink. Due to the fact of my violent nature, I do know a soft person when I see one. He's also the kind of person that looks like he would go home in the house and cry, and the kind of person that would sell their wolf tickets and start running really fast because they're scared you're going to beat them up. He just seems like that dude. He doesn't seem like a threat to me. He's just, and that's all chosen. I thought God delivered me. Child, he's just, he's not, he's just doing gaslight. He's doing things. Do you think God can deliver someone from being gay? God didn't. God, that's the thing about the world. That's the world stuff. God created everybody. The world is the one who tell you what's right and wrong. That's what this society does. That's why we got this race problem. That's why we got so many different problems. That all men are tall and all women are short. This is this world stuff. God ain't got nothing to do with this mess. This is what society done. This is what the world did. God created all of us. But the world said, oh, no, no. So they destroy lives and then they do things to people and then they don't accept accountability, but they will walk away. But they will get mad if you call them out on it. That's this world stuff. That's why I tell y'all to protect your spirit because this world is evil. My aunt said she's still praying for me, hoping one day to marry a woman. Tell her to pray for herself. Tell her to pray for herself. Tell her to pray for how many times she thought God wasn't watching her and she was doing things that she wasn't supposed to be doing. Pray for herself. Pray for herself. Because let me tell you something, those who sin the most holler the loudest. Andrew said he's been delivered. Yeah, he's been delivered to one man to another, child, please. I don't pay him no mind. He just wants to be a star. People do anything for the girl to be a star. Child, please. I don't pay these people. I tell y'all over and over, don't pay these people no mind. Y'all gonna be surprised. That's what we telling these DL men. I say y'all gonna be surprised when y'all find out y'all been lied to. But so many men, there are a lot of men without a backbone. Men don't have backbones. People. Let me tell y'all something. Birds are real. Birds are real. When you are a person who stands out, you are a leader. Oh, thank you. I wish you to put it in my. I'm never gonna get that. Put the money in my cash app, y'all, cause I ain't never gonna get this stuff. You see my cash app at the top. Anyway, thank you anyway for the $5, Moon. But the thing is, like, that's the thing about it. That's how this world is. This world would destroy you. And they act like they don't did. Let me tell y'all something. Hey, Gerald. Let me tell y'all something. I want y'all to think about something. Think about this. Just keep them. I want y'all to be this person. I want you to step out of who you are. And I want y'all to be this one person. I want y'all to be Michael Jackson. And when I say this, I want you to hear me out. Now you are Michael Jackson. And I'm not saying not the person, but you're saying the whole spirit that he had. You are Michael Jackson. You gave all your money away. You have so many people. You got people behind you watching everything you're doing, right? So guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see what you like the most, and I'm gonna create a conspiracy theory to destroy you. Right? I'm gonna create, but work with me here. So I'm gonna create a conspiracy theory to destroy you. So the one thing I see that you like is children. So you give all this millions and millions of dollars away to help children, cancer patients, stuff like that. So I'm gonna create two people behind the scene that's gonna create a whole new story. And even though the FBI had the tape, they didn't release it until he was dead. So even though they had information that the world could have found out, they didn't do that. So here it is, he has to go to court to fight to be free when he said he was free. So even though he did everything to show people that he loved people, he said they don't care about us, he did all this stuff. He ended up dying by a doctor from the protocol that he basically lined up, stuff like that. Now the doctor knows, so I don't know. I'll speak to that. Did Michael inject himself? Did Michael fall asleep? And did somebody come in while he was sleeping and inject him again? Who knows? We will never know the truth. But remind you, now he's dead. Look how many people want to praise him. Oh, he was the greatest of all times, aka Whitney Houston. Look how they did them when they was alive. Look how they treated them when they was alive. Look how they treated them. No, but see, that's the thing about it, Chosen. You're brainwashed with what you think is real. It's not. Brainwashing is real, y'all. People will use God as exactly. People always put their noses in other people's business, like nothing instead of being happy. Exactly, Daisy. And try to put exactly bad things. Do you think Andrew plays with God? I don't care what Andrew does. I believe Andrew is nobody. I don't know Andrew's story. I don't care what Andrew does. See, that's the thing about y'all. We are real people. We're not robots. We're real people. You can't say a person's supposed to do what they. We're real people. Stop putting people into what you think they're supposed to do. That's not how it goes. We're real people. We don't all eat the same. We don't all look the same. We don't go to bed the same. We're all you stop making people, oh, you're stepping outside the box. We are real people. We're not computers. We're not birds. We're real people. You can't look through the lens of society. That's why I was trying to give you an example of what they do. They destroy people and don't accept accountability to what they done. They don't accept accountability. They don't care. So why do you look into the world caring when they don't care about you? And they don't. They treat them bad. Yeah, they daughter. People will trash Michael Jackson. Exactly. And then when they die, oh, you was the greatest of all time. You didn't treat me that way when I was here. They did the same thing to Whitney Houston. They dogged Whitney Houston. They treated her so bad. The girl was sprung out on drugs and stuff, but I think it was even more than that. And the thing is, now she's gone. They got all these movies about her. She was the greatest. She was the greatest. Well, that's funny because you didn't treat her like she was the greatest when she was here. You followed her. You mockery her. You tried to destroy her. Look what they did. Go. Let's take it to a higher level. Look what they did to Princess Di. Look what they did to Princess Diana. She kept telling them. She kept trying to do. Look what they did to her. Them paparazzi ended up killing her. Look what they did. After they killed her by chasing her down and they thought it was funny, chasing her and killed her, they said, did they accept accountability? Absolutely not. They don't feel bad. You killed the woman. For what? Do they feel bad? Absolutely not. They don't even want to talk about it now. So now you in your feelings by killing somebody. So now you're in your feelings. You killed somebody and now you're upset that you killed them. I'm telling you, y'all better stop watching this world. This world will destroy you. I'll be telling y'all 1,000 times. Protect your spirit. This world is evil. And if you start drinking the juice, don't be out there all on drugs and I don't understand. Because I done told you to protect your spirit and stay away from these people. I'm telling y'all, stay away from these people. They will lead you straight into depression, drugs, and they will be the first one to say, I ain't do it. Well, you didn't have to listen. They're going to blame you for your demise. They're going to blame you. That's why I be telling y'all, don't listen to them. They will destroy you and tell you they ain't do it. And try to cry TV when she done. Yeah! Thank you, Chose. Exactly my point. Look how Wendy Williams was on a witch hunt. Hey, Nova. Wendy Williams went after her tooth and nail all on the radio. She went after her. She treated her like a just to destroy her. But see, Wendy Williams is getting her just too. She's getting her just. She is. And see, the one thing you can't, you may can make fun of many people. You may try to destroy people, but you can't escape your health. When your health is on the line, I mean, she's getting it so bad. I mean, she's got the emphysemas in her leg. She's getting the elephant legs. Her eyes are pumping out. She's falling out. She's getting it. Baby, she don't need rehab. She needs Jesus. Because, baby, whatever she done did, which we already know, because her legacy is destroying people. And the sad part about it is, if I can make money off destroying people, I will have a better blog. Now, I'm going to tell you something. What happens is when you destroy people, you got people that's watching destroying people. That's why you got bloggers out here trying to get information on destroying people because they realize it's a lucrative business. So now the bloggers who try to destroy people will get upset when they get their turn. So when they get their turn on destroying people, oh, y'all not gonna come for me. Now they're in their attitude, but you did the same thing to somebody else. But now it's your turn. You're all upset. You're all indignant. You know what? I don't care nothing about y'all. But you did the same thing to somebody else. So if it wasn't bad for them, why is it bad for you? You know, now all of a sudden you got this whole thing. Thank you, Moon. So now you got this whole attitude and now you mad and now you nasty. But you did it to them. That's why I be telling y'all, protect your spirit. Stay away from these people. I'm telling y'all, they will lead you down into a road and they be the first one to say, you didn't have to listen. You didn't have to do it. That's you. They don't care. I be telling these DL men this all the time. I was like, you do know that one day you're gonna die, right? Don't live your life for this world. Find somebody and be happy. Be happy. It's not as bad as you think. But you've been so brainwashed from mommy and daddy who done brainwash you because they did. And the thing about mother, let me tell you something that makes me upset with parents. Not all of them. They are the big contradiction people themselves. If you could go back and watch as your parents used to do before you was born, you would sit there like, really? Really? That's why they created this thing. Do as I say, not as I do. But what did you do? What did you do? What did you do to your kid? Why did y'all make that up? Do as I say, not as I do. Why did y'all make that up? Because y'all did a lot of stuff. But you don't want nobody to know. And that's the thing about it. You passing out, destroying me because people try to destroy you. Instead of you fixing it, you put it on me. When a parent has a child, that child is a gift from God to you. That child is not you. That child may have similar ways as you, but that child is a whole new creature, a whole new person, a whole new deliverer. They have a whole lot of things that they need to do. The same way you had to do. They don't want to see that. Destroying people, images, cells, especially chosen. Amen. Where was the law? Amen, chosen. McMill said, Chicago, you get killed if you doing better. And the sad part about it, Joseph, is even bigger than Chicago. Y'all already know it's bigger than that. I've done stories of girls being murdered. Y'all see it's everywhere. What happened to Prince? See, the thing about it is, the thing about with Prince is that he was rejected a lot of things. But see, I don't know these people live. If I repeat anything, it's what I've heard. I don't know their story for real. Y'all don't know their story for real. Only thing y'all doing is spreading rumors. Y'all spreading rumors off of hearsay. And in the same breath, you don't want nobody spreading rumors about you, but you'll spread rumors about somebody else. Hypocrites. That's what I'm saying. That's what I keep telling you. Watch what you're doing because you may be a part of what they say and do, and you're going to be unhappy. Protect your spirit. Protect your spirit. Stay away from people. You have to find a common ground where you could be peace within yourself. When you have peace in your mind, that means you're not somebody else's business. You're not spreading a rumor about people because you are aligned in what positivity and what you need to do to make your life more valuable for you so you can grow and get monetary value and you can take trips and hang out in the park, and go to be. These are things that's going to build your spirit. How do I protect my spirit? You protect your spirit by finding things that are positive and stay focused on building up things that make you happy. Destroying another person should not make you happy. And if it does make you happy, you have to find out deep down, why does hurting somebody else make you happy? And if that's what make you happy, you have to find out a way to fix that. Because that dark spot that you pull from is going to be sitting there with you. And when your turn comes from that dark spot, because it comes so big, because you're feeding it, it's going to destroy you. Now you drinking. Now you think everybody talking about you. Now you think everybody hates you because you feed it that negative spirit. Now you made it big inside of yourself. And you can understand why all these negative things, because you feed it that negative spot, that spot in your spirit. Now, if you feel that spirit of a positivity and you create growth, hey, YT, you'd be surprised how much positivity and light will come to you. Because what you did was you feeded that light inside of you and you brought more positive things and you got this happening for you. People looking out for you this way. You got people that, because you feeded that positivity inside of you. And now you've grown into a level that you never thought you could get to. But if you feed that negative energy inside of you, you're going to make it feed, you're going to make it grow. And what it's going to do, it's going to turn on you. But you feed it. That's why I say protect your spirit. Make positivity things and decisions. If you see somebody, you have to try. You don't have to. I have to watch, so I say have to. But try to find a goodness in a lot of things. And if it's not good, step away. When I was in college, my white professor asked me supposed, how am I so confident? Exactly, chosen. You have to be, you have to be careful of what you pull in. You have to be careful. You have to. That's why a lot of times I express this only because it's coming from even me. Sometimes I'm not perfect. Hey, Gilbert, I'm not perfect. And I always let y'all know that. I tell you, I say, Raven Falls have more than moves. I need y'all to teach me stuff. And when I say I need y'all to teach me stuff, that's letting you know that Raven don't know everything. Because I'm coming to you. The one thing about life you should always try to do, learn to be a student. Hey, D, learn to be a student. Don't be a teacher. Be a student. Let somebody teach you things that can help you. There's nothing wrong with learning. Everybody can teach you. Even a 4-year-old kid can teach you something. Don't be too much of a teacher when you can't listen. Because everybody has enough education that could take you to another level that you wouldn't even know about. But if you're already in the teacher position, oh, please don't tell me nothing. That's what you're going to learn, nothing. So when even things that could have got you to a higher level, you cut it off. Hey, Nova, I was thinking about going back to the same church to figure out if they're going to have a problem. But see, this is the thing about it, Nova. God, God is everywhere. God is everywhere. God is not God is not in one church. God is within you. God is with you. You don't have to go to church to receive God. And I told you this the last time. I said you can go right here on YouTube. You can find a channel where they praying, and in the morning time, you press that thing and you pray with that person. They got prayers up here, praying for America. Typing it. That's why I love YouTube. Praying for America, praying for the enemy, and sit there and have a prayer. And if you know how to say, just go Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Just pray. And when it's over with, you had your prayer. Do it every day. Be consistent. Feed your spirit. Just feed it. You don't have to sit in a church where you could be mocked. And a church is nothing but a business. And when you go there, they want you to dress a certain type of way. Why do you have to be dressed a certain type of way when it says God accept you as you are? Come as you are. He don't say come in your finest. Don't wear the best clothes. Don't wear the best hat. That's not what God said. But the world said you got to. The world said you got to wear the white and put on a missionary. That's what the world did. They fix it their way. See, if you're not really watching, you're going to get lost. Birds are real. Birds destroy eagles, but they can't destroy an eagle because an eagle don't let them fly with them. An eagle don't let them sit with them. An eagle knows when they walk in the room and they come into the room together. Let me tell you what an eagle does. When a bunch of birds walk into a room, an eagle gets quiet. They get very quiet. And they start listening to the birds. Now the birds is chirping. And then the bird's like, so and so. When an eagle hears somebody go, her so, an eagle gets up and he walk out the room. Because they know everything about to happen now is not spiritual building. It is tearing spirits down. And everything that they're building right now is dark. So the eagle gets up and walks out and leaves. What's wrong with you? Why you always act so funny? It's not that I act funny. I just know what you're doing. The sad part about it is you don't know what you're doing, but you want a blessing to come from you by destroying another person, but you're not realizing what you're doing. That's why you have protect your spirit. You know the difference when it happens. You know the difference when it happens. And if you are an eagle, you're going to spend a lot of time alone. And you know the funny thing about an eagle, being alone, they don't feel alone. They feel at peace. You know what funny thing about a bird when they're alone? They panic. Why don't you come over? I need somebody to lay with me in the bed. Why you don't want to come over my house? They have to have somebody there. Because they're birds. They need to feed off of other people. That's why they get us so upset when eagles, and there are plenty of eagles in the world, they're the ones that get talked about like a dog. I love your music dancing. Thank you, IT. I told her it's because I see other people as human. That's the thing about it, Chosen. unfortunately, unfortunately, a lot of people gonna understand what I'm saying, and a lot of people won't understand because brainwashing is real. If a person been brainwashed so much, sometimes they grasp hold of a dark energy and not realizing they done it. It's the same thing when a person is gay and because straight people make gay people. So, excuse me. Well, I can say straight because some. But anyway, if you create a child and your child is gay or two spirits or gay or two spirit or bi. If you're a person that have children that are different and you live in this world of society, the same one that killed God's son, Jesus, but want you to live the right way, but they want to say that Jesus was died for me, but Jesus didn't die because you killed him, but you don't want to say that part. Y'all just want to say died. You didn't want to say you murdered him. And the thing is, they want you to live their life like them, but they don't want to accept accountability of all what they've done. Why are so many young people out on drugs? Why are so many young children got guns? Why young children who haven't even been in the world for 20 years going into schools, killing little kids? Why? Why? Because this world thrives monetary value off of heat. Prime example. If I do videos, do y'all know what pranks are? Do y'all know what a prank video is? Y'all know what a prank video? I kind of want to go back to see if the old people in that church let me see them. I'm in with them. You have to do what you have to do. If you want to go to the church, mama, go. Go. Just walk in with full awareness. Walk in full awareness. I'm not stopping anybody. Whatever y'all want to do for confirmation, go for it. Go for it. Because I'm the kind of person like this. Sometimes you have to go through stuff enough times before you say enough. I can't say what I want you to do. You have to do what works for you. All I can do is give you the food. It's up to you whether you want to nourish your spirit with it or not. You set up something and the person does not know what prank. Right. This is the thing about pranks. Do you know what pranks is? Pranks is I have to find a way to hurt you to make everybody laugh. Y'all do know that's what it is, right? I have to try to find a way to hurt you to make everybody laugh. So I'm going to make something to hurt another person. And I'm going to get money for this. And guess what? Other people are going to see this and they're going to join on hurting people for money. Now, who's seeing this? Little children. Because children are everywhere, honey. They will make a fake profile in a minute because they coming. They coming. And I believe in reincarnation. I talked about that before. I actually posted a video about reincarnation. And the thing about it is, be mindful. We were all children at some point, and we all snuck and sneak things we know we're supposed to be doing. We sneak. We're gonna sneak. Now, if I keep saying this is what we do, so when you see little children pick up and do things, because children do things when parents aren't around. Yeah, I don't know if anybody been around little children, but when little children aren't away, is away from their parents, baby, that vocabulary gets very big. They walk out, they be like, fuck you, motherfucking bitch. Now remind you, you still in elementary and that mouth is fierce. But they're around the parents, they don't curse. But when they're at the school, when they're in school with other kids, baby, that mouth is fierce. That mouth is fierce. And they're not using very educational words like, oh, good day. I love your hair. You look good. Child, they say what they want to do. Because they're real people. They just chose their new forms. They reincarnated, just came back. And when they're away, when the parents are away, they back to do what they want to do. And then, like little children, you're going to have little children that's going to be different. Those are the eagles. The little children that are different are eagles. They're born different. They do things different. And to a bird parents, they don't understand what's wrong with their kid because you're a bird. You fly with everybody else. An eagle flies alone. A bird has to follow the procedures and everything. That's why a lot of birds sometimes get eagles as children, and then they want to get the monetary value for having an eagle as a child because your child did great things. And I'm not talking about on a negative thing that your child was just evil and did malicious and destroy people, because that's a whole another level of destroying people. And when I believe in those back, and I cannot be accurate, but I believe a lot of times when those children become like really crazy, like killing people, stuff like that. To me, I feel as though it's past trauma. It's trauma from the stomach when she was pregnant. It's trauma from a past life. It's trauma from being brought back again and didn't want to die. It's a lot of reasons why children do what they do. A lot of times people say, well, my child act this way. And they say, well, you must have taught them that way. A lot of times parents didn't teach their children that way. Children come back reincarnated. So if they were bad in the first life, they may come back bad the next life. Or when they were dying, they didn't want to die. They wanted to stay with their parents. But they were dying. They came into this world now. And now they reincarnated back. They're angry. It's like, why are you so mad? Why are you so mean? Because they were dying. They didn't want to leave their family from prior life. So now they're back here and they just got a problem with everything. And see, people don't make the connection. I like the energy and conversation. Hey D, what's up, boo? I no longer tell pregnant women congratulations. I just say, oh, okay, I hope you become a great mom. I don't say anything. I don't. The thing about it is, this is the thing, Chosen. When I was at the job working, and this female that was there, or girl, whatever, a lot of women talk to me. I have a connection with women. You already know that. Me and my connection with women is different. Women, anyway. So the thing is, she was talking to me and stuff, and she became cool with me. She actually wanted my phone. I think she kind of wanted to get with me because she was kind of throwing the passes out there and acting like him. I don't know if she knew. I don't think she did. I think after a while she started hearing rumors about me because rumors are fears. Black people known for starting rumors. Our community can be the worst, but yet still we were talking about Black Lives Matter. But anyway, I ain't gonna get on to that. So she told me that her first intercourse was with her father. Her father had sex with her from the age of, I think, 12 and up. So her father been having sex with her. So we know that's molestation. That's your father, like really. But anyway, so she would tell me a lot of different things. In fact, a lot of women would come to me and tell me a lot of things. And I always find it really weird how women will always come. Women feel as though I'm very strong. But they would come to me and share stuff with me. And when they would tell me stories, I used to be like baffled of the stuff that they went through. And it was like, and I became very disappointed because I didn't know it was that bad. But they say you never know what a person's going through until you walk in their shoes. So anyway, she said to me, hey, Gabrielle, she said to me, sit next to me. She says my child was acting funny. She says, and I don't want my child to be gay. She said, I'd rather not have a gay child. And I was like, why? Now she didn't even realize who she sat next to. She was like, I don't want to have a gay child. I was like, why? I was like, do you know that's a gift from God to you? Do you know those are gifts to God? I said, let me tell you something. You shut your child down, and then when you get older, because you're going to get old, your child going to remember. So if you live by this world, and when the world leaves you, your backup plan done left too. Because what this world did to you done cut off all your blessings. So you be sitting into a senior citizen home or somewhere else, or maybe dying, and your kids won't even care. Because you cut your love off by listening to this world. But in her offense, she's been through hell as a child. So she suffered from traumas and stuff. And she was a very beautiful girl. But she had a lot of struggles. And the thing about her struggle is she never healed from it. She just went on. She had babies. She had children with dude, her boyfriend. And when a girl has been abused by a man, which happened to be her father, she'll find a boyfriend that's abusive and make him like a god because she's familiar with that. Sometimes a girl get lucky and she'll find a man that isn't abusive, where she could grow, but then she wouldn't know how. He would have to be her boyfriend or husband, but he would also have to be her therapist. He have to be her therapist. He has to be so strong to be with this girl because he has to do a lot of healing. And trauma is not easy to go away from like people think. People think trauma you get over it in a week or a few months. Trauma takes years, decades, and sometimes people just don't make it. The other day, this lady went to school to pick up her son from school because he was getting bullied. And wait a minute, where's my class? Oh, okay. The other day, this one went to school to pick up her son from school because he was getting bullied. And when stood there, the song came out, and the student stabbed him right in front of her. Wow, I believe it. Child, that's the thing about it. I went when I went outside. I was outside, and I know children going to stare at me only because I'm tall. But they just look at me. It's weird though. My connection with children is really weird. It's funny because I act more. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just really weird. But I get it. I get it. I get it. And they always watch me. I could walk down the street and they'll just watch me. I never forget. I went downtown, and it was time for school to get off. I don't know if anybody ever witnessed this. When you get on the bus, it's all children. Her son died right in home. Wait a minute. I'm sorry to hear that, those children. You said the son. So wait a minute. Okay, the son. Okay, I missed it. When you said okay, I missed it because you said the song. So you mean the son came out and the student stabbed him? So wait a minute. Her son was being bullied and he got stabbed in front of his mother. So he was being bullied, and the boy who saw him came out and stabbed him in front of his mother. Is that what you're saying? Baby, 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 baby. So I hope the mother killed that boy right there. Baby, baby, baby. If you stab my child in front of me, baby, 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 baby. That child would have hit that cement, and I would have jumped on that child. And that head would have hit that cement so much his whole head his brain would be sitting in my hand. I would just keep smashing his face into that cement. And that other hand, one hand be smashed into the cement, and the other one be punched. Baby. But then again, I'm a little violent. But baby, it's no way You would have stabbed my child. Baby, baby. I'm sorry. It wouldn't have been no court. It wouldn't have been no cops. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. No. No, 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 no. Uh-uh. Mm-mm. You stabbed my baby in front of me. And what I'm going to do home? What did she do? She just stood there crying. Child. She must have been white. Was she white? Is she white? She has to be white. I couldn't imagine a black parent. I couldn't imagine a black parent letting her child being stabbed in front of her. She just sit there and look. She was white. She was white, chosen. Child. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine. Yeah, she was. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I figured she was white because I couldn't imagine a black woman sitting there, let her child being stabbed, and then she watched. Mm-mm. But see, this is a prime example, chosen. This is why the white community and the black community. Let me share the black community. We are so hard on each other. A man has to be a certain type of way to order to be a man. They don't do this to white children, but to us, we're so beaten down mentally on what we're supposed to be that we are destroyed as children growing up. So if a black boy or a black child or a black young man grows up and he has certain qualities that's different than other black boys or black young teens, he's gay. He don't have to be gay because he's different from the other dude. He doesn't have to be gay because he's not violent. He doesn't have to be gay. But within the black community, you have to walk a certain type of way in order to be black. And if you don't walk in this line that they got fixed up, they try to bully you and hurt you. In the white community, which I can't really speak on because obviously I'm not white, but I watched the mildness about them. I watched how the angriness is not like there. Now, granted, there probably are some white people that act just like black, because nothing is 100%. These are real people. There is not a program or a computer. Everybody's different. But the fact that I'm not really in the white community, I don't know how they move. But I do know their energy is different. But then again, their energy may be different because I'm black. But then the energy around other people may be exactly the way they are within their community. They may do the same things to their white counterparts that we do to our black, but it's just a difference in the spirit. But like I said before, I can't compare because I'm black. So I really don't know. That's like outside looking in. I don't know. But I do know that lately a lot of things I've been seeing is very similar. Um, but here in Canada, the justice system protects kids who kill. They won't even show them on TV or their names to know who does the killing, only shows the victims. That, what's weird you say that, Chosen. Um, Wait a minute. Let me read it again. Here in Canada, the justice system protects the kids who kill. They won't even show them on TV. A lot of times that's because they're underage, unfortunately. They do this the same thing here if they're underage, but not in all cases. Because I've seen some stories that the children been shown. In fact, I've done stories with children that committed suicide. So I don't know. Them so-called church people see me on Facebook and Instagram accounts, and one of my so-called church friends, church people live not too far from me. Also, when me and my family go to the laundromat, I saw him there. He was trying to make me change my mind. I stood my ground to let him know I'm not playing this. I'm not playing. This is who I am. Hey, Lily, so you kind of going through something with the church people, child. I don't know what to tell you, Nova. I really don't. Because right now, I believe, I believe you're in a teachable moment. And I believe God is working on you. Because what God is, my personal opinion, what God already shown you, you don't want to accept it. So you're going back into the line of fire. So once you get what you got to get, is when you'll change. But it has to be done your way. Just because I could tell you something don't mean it has to be done my way. It has to be, I tell everybody this, it has to be done your way. It can't be done my way. Because what works for you, works for you. What's lined up for you is lined up for you. It has to be your way, 100%. So when you get tired and get sick and tired, you'll change. But only then. Was your coworker that was raped by a father? Right? No, she was black. Do you realize a lot of black men rape their daughters? I didn't even know this. She's not the first woman who told me her father raped her. Do you know a lot of times and it makes me cringe. It makes me really cringe. I don't know why. When I see a man kisses his daughter, it makes me cringe. It makes me cringe. When I was raising my stepson, and it's weird because I kissed my stepson, but it wasn't like I don't know, it was weird. It was like I didn't kiss him like it's weird because it's a child. But I think when I didn't kiss him, like I don't know, it's weird. I think because of my mind being so police and all the information I've downloaded, it makes me feel uncomfortable. And a parent can kiss your child. There's nothing wrong with kissing your child. It is nothing wrong with but getting in the bed with your child. I mean, come on. I mean, but I don't know. It's just too much. I would be the worst parent in the world because my child, I would be the worst. My child would be the worst. When I was raising my son, he wasn't allowed to do. He wasn't allowed to be around nobody. When I went to the bathroom, he was with me. I ain't let him around nobody. You couldn't catch him. I would be the worst parent. And if I had a daughter, now that I've done what I did to myself, and I look at these little girl bodies, baby, she may be spoiled, but baby, my daughter probably be the biggest who ever lived because she wouldn't be allowed to be around nobody. I be when I watch these little girls develop, like you got a woman's body. This is a baby on a baby. When I tell you, no, 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 no. I find stuff for her to do. I find stuff for myself. I find stuff. I find stuff for them to do. I would be the worst parent because I would be so overprotective. And I'd be too afraid. I think because I done seen so much and I'm too afraid. Here you see Kodak Black squeezing his butt and choke. But see, that's the thing about it. It's the thing about it with children. You play with children, but see, when other people looking at it, it could be perceived as something sexual because of the way the internet has lined stuff up. And it don't have to be that way. You can play with your kid, but when you record it, it could look weird to other people, you know. And it's sad because you should be able to show your child love and not a sexual love, but to the world. And the reason why I say this is because we have been poisoned on what people doing to little kids. So the fact that we're seeing this, it makes us feel uncomfortable when we see it. Because we never thought about, oh, you love your kid? And it's not that way. And then if you don't love your child and show your child love, your child grows up thinking you don't love them. Why you never hug me? Why you never kiss me? And then it feels uncomfortable. When I had my stepson, he was with me all the time. But it wasn't It wasn't that way. So when I see parents with their children, if you notice a lot of times, parents don't really post their children being affectionate with them because it'll be perceived another way. Isn't that sad though? That you can't even show how much you love your child online because you're afraid of what people are going to think. Like you can't impress, and that's sad. That's what's so sad. Hey, feed the flame. That's what's sad though. Truth, but it's sad. But you don't want to be perceived a certain way. But they will put stuff that they're disciplining their children and stuff. And to me, I don't like when parents discipline their children. Like you want to beat your child and post it online. I don't like that. To me, that's abuse because your child is now going to go to school and everybody going to make fun of them. So to me, I don't think you should beat your child and put it online. That's not good for me. That's not cool to me. Now, when I was raising my, he did a lot of things I didn't like. But what I would do is I would talk to him like, yo, listen. I used to get on his nerves. I used to get on his nerves. I'm like, yo, come here, I want to talk to you. He's like, oh, here we go. But see, I used to let him say what he wanted to me. We had that type of relationship. So he cursed me. When he wanted to say he cursed, I love curse. Was that abusive? No, but I believe in reincarnation. The reason why I didn't shut him down for cursing, because I want to find a way. I want to meet him. And if I policed him, he's not going to say what he want to say. Now, did he curse all the time? No. He didn't curse all the time. But when we would talk, I would talk to him like an adult. I'd be like, yo, listen, don't do that. He'd be like, all right, I ain't going to do it. And it was just like that. Like I treated him like an adult. We would have conversations. And he used to get in my case when I did something he didn't like. He'd be like, yo, I want to. And this is our relationship. He'd be like, yo, come here, I want to talk to you. He's like, come here. He would do the same thing to me. I want to talk to you. I said, okay, here we go. And it was funny because it's like, okay, so since I did that to you, you're okay. And anybody knows if you've been around children, you'd be like, okay. So it's like, come here, I want to talk to you. So, okay, what's up? He's like, you know how you say that person is not your friend? I said, yeah. Well, then, if they're not your friend, why are you hanging around them? Why would you hang around somebody who's not your friend? And he's looking at me with this stern face. And I know he's being he's being a smart ass, but you got to kind of act like you don't know, but you know. So I'm like, okay, here we go. I was like, yeah, you're right. He said, but then don't do it again. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, Marvell. I'd be like, okay. He said, all right. He'd be like, you can go now. I said, thank you. That's how it was. But it was like when I don't know. It's just weird. It was just really weird. We would say things like, it was weird. But it wasn't like to the level I see other people with their children. I just treated a child like an adult. But it was always that respect. It was like, yo, listen. And even now, it's the same. It's weird, but it's the same. He didn't forget nothing that. And it's just different. But everybody raises their children different. Everybody does everything, and I don't know. Everybody just thinks different. I can't police people on what I feel as though they should do. They've got a format that they follow through or what they feel as though, excuse me, that works for them. But the one thing I don't like about parents is that parents forget that they were children and they throw it out the door. And then they start becoming this real narcissistic, like you said, feed the flame parent. They play this whole role which is not aligned in who they was. And there are good parents out there. There are very good parents. They got some real good parents out there. But then you got parents that never should have been parents. You got parents that have children just to abuse them. You got parents that never should have been parents. Never. Never. They just abuse them. I watch so many young people put their parent, especially girls. A lot of girls put their mothers online, and they're like, "This is my mother treats me like she hates me. My mother treats me like competition." You got a lot of young girls saying how their mother treat them, and the mothers sometimes treat their daughters like another woman. They don't treat them like this their daughter. They treat her like another woman. So the love that she's supposed to get from mother, she ain't gonna get it. You're another. And then if you have a daughter and your daughter is beautiful, that look better than you, and you're in competition with your daughter. I mean, it's a real crazy way people think. You got sons out here who got fathers. The fathers don't like their son. So the fathers, where they discipline their son, they punch him in the chest. Show me you a man. So you punch him in the chest. Why is your father punching you in the chest? That don't make you to no man. That's abuse. But to him, he's making you strong for the world. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not making him strong for the world. You're abusing him. So guess what he's doing when he meets a girl? When he meets a female and he want to make her strong for the world, he beat her up. So he's making her stronger for the world because that's what you taught him. So now he's using this method to beat women. Now he's using this method to beat his children. Now he's using this method to beat men I think is soft. Now you've created a dominoes effect, and he's using it, and he may take it to a level of more. So now you meet another guy who's not going to take this abuse. Now he punched the guy in the chest. The guy goes home and get a gun and shoot him. And now you all alone. You killed my son. But you started the lineman as a little kid. You taught him that abuse because let me tell you something. Sometimes when you beat somebody, everybody ain't gonna always come back with their hands. They may come back with a gun. And a lot of women are sitting in prison now because mommy and daddy done raised their children wrong, their son wrong. And when he came home to beat that woman, she killed them. She killed them. And now the parents are like, "Oh my God, you didn't have to kill my son. You didn't, but you train your." And then let's not talk about the mother who abuses her son because she feels that her son is leaving her for another woman. So now she feels as though she feels betrayed by her son. So now she attacks the woman for dating her son. Now the mother, that is like I could compete with my mother-in-law. The mother, why we got mother-in-laws from hell? That's your son. That's not your husband. But now the daughter is being attacked by the mother. Because she feels as though you taking her son away. That's not her son. That's her husband. Hey parents. Now the daughter is going like, why? I knew a caseworker who used to beat her daughter and punching and had her third child. She was exactly guilt. That's the thing about it. These passed down things are so real and triggers. Triggers. Is it even possible to recover from childhood? Anything is possible, but see the thing about it, Lily, you have to recognize what's been done to you. A lot of times we're not even thinking about those things because we're so consumed by job, work, trying to find this. But everything we're trying to do to move forward in our life, we're bringing trauma with us. And if we don't realize what's happened to us to try to fix it, we're just dragging it along. So when somebody do something similar to what we've been through, we freak out. We don't like, nah. We already on 10. Because what we happened to us then, we're putting it on this person. Even though it may not be that way, we're making it that way. I don't want to hear it because we've been betrayed. We've been deceived. We've been hurt by the ones that were supposed to protect us. But instead of protecting us, they abuse us mentally and sometimes physically. But in order to fix it, it has to be recognized. You have to sit down and find out what they did to you. And baby, it's a process. I tell y'all all the time, we're real people. We are individual people. We don't do what everybody else say do. Just because something works for this person don't mean it's going to work for that person. We are individual people. We're individual. We can't line ourselves up with everybody else. We have to find out what makes us happy. That's why I always tell y'all to protect your spirit. You have to protect your spirit. Because if you don't, you're going to allow entities that shouldn't be in your life to develop. It is nothing wrong with staying away from people. It is nothing wrong with grabbing peace. It is nothing wrong with taking walks in the park or taking to the walks to the stores. It is nothing wrong with finding peace within self. It is nothing wrong with finding different things where you can find peace. Where you can pick a book up, or where you go for a walk, or you could just go to a gym, or you could just go to a movie. It is nothing wrong with being alone, finding peace. Because that peace is what's going to save you. When things trigger down from other people's emotions, it's going to save you. It's going to save you because you know a safe place to go to where there is peace. There is no arguing. There is no jealousy. There is no backstabbing. There is no betrayal. There is no being cheated on because you're at peace. It is nothing wrong. Just like in this apartment, it may not be the best and it may not be the most beautiful. But when I stop talking, guess what happens? Peace. See how silent this is? See how nobody's coming in the room screaming at me? See how nobody's running around to beat on me? See the peace? And this is what you need to sit with, peace. Just peace. When nobody's triggering you. Nobody's saying nothing to bother you. Nobody's saying nothing to hurt you. And you have to make that peace grow within yourself. Because everybody can't possess that peace. So many people are tormented within their spirit. So many people are tormented and bringing it with them. They never found peace, but they can say like, I'm gonna be okay. Just just suck it in. Suck it in your I'm sure some of your places, if y'all don't have no TV on, turn the TV off and just listen to the peace. Look at this. It may not be the best, but peace is important. You may not be rich, but at least you got peace. And peace allows you to think. Peace allows you to nourish your spirit. Peace allows you to, just grow within your world. And once you find that peace, and then when you meet a man or woman, whatever you into, you're going to come to this spot. And if you don't feel this way with somebody in your life, you know what you got to do. It may not be what you want to do, but you got to let them go. Because sometimes people are lined up, sent from the devil straight to you because they want that peace erupted. Because you're too peaceful. You're just too not upset. You're not even angry because you know the peace. Don't be robbed of it. Got my Noxema. Don't be robbed of it. That's why I said make a date. Make a date to keep your peace. And that's what I do. I chose peace over arguing. I chose peace over competition. I chose peace over judging people. I chose peace over rumors. I chose peace over making videos about destroying people. I don't do that. I don't. Because my thing is this is that when you try to destroy somebody, you're gonna get a turn. And then as soon as you get a turn, if you ever notice people try to destroy people, you ever notice how they act when it's their turn? Hey, Mr. Like It, do it. You ever notice how people who try to destroy people act when it's their turn? Oh, it's all kind of MFs and y'all only gonna do this to me. Now all of a sudden they feel upset because they're getting their just due. Because what you did was you feeded that dark spot. Now that dark spot has gotten big and now it's gonna pull more dark people to you. Now all of a sudden you upset. Peace is a very beautiful thing. Teach my friend. Right. Paris, exactly. And you may not, let me tell you something. You don't have to have the best in life as far as clothes or the best apartment or the best, but baby, that peace of mind when you lay in that bed and you at peace. Hey, hey, Rashawn, exactly. It's too much going on. I didn't watch Dave Chappelle. It had me upset because gay me wasn't taken up for transvestite. The thing about it is, Rayshawn, Dave Chappelle is another human being. Dave Chappelle is not God. Y'all treating this man like he's the first from coming for Jesus. Y'all creating him into what y'all want him to be. But I'm gonna tell you something about Dave Chappelle. Where is him when your rent comes? Where is him when you want a car? Where is him when you need clothes? Where is he at when you need food? So if he's not contributing to them things in your life, why are you celebrating him as if he's a god? You're making him into what the society make him. That's not your that's not your struggle. That's not your thing. What you need to do is focus on things that make you happy. Stop making him into something he's not. He's just another human being with a story that's trying to make a career off of doing things. But those things don't make you. Hey, peace of mind is really the most exactly. Let me see if I can read your name. Yes, I can. Mr. Like I do it. Okay. Right. And that's the thing about it. You have to be mindful. That's why I be telling y'all, and I keep saying this over and over. Protect your energy. Don't pull that stuff in with you. Don't pull his story in with you. Because I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna do, Rashawn. When you think about it, it's pulling you to a dark place. Think about that. Think about this. He's that storyline is pulling you to a dark space. You don't have to pull that to you. You're like, okay, but you just have to be mindful. You're not tired. Hey, Paige, but you have to think about what you're doing. Think about when something is dark. Remember, you're pulling it to you. Now, in the same breath, you could pull something to you that's positive. Protect your spirit. Make that light inside of you grow. Don't feed that dark energy inside of you. We all have it, but don't feed it because the more you feed it, it's gonna get bigger. And when it starts getting bigger and bigger, you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna go outside. You'll be like, people don't like me, people hate me, because you feed it, and now it's growing. And once it starts growing, it's gonna start making you think of things that's not real. It's gonna make you hear people laughing. Oh, they laughing at me. They're not. You're gonna see people talking. Oh, they whispering about me. Because you feed it that dark energy. And now you feed it, now it's all of a sudden taking over within itself. But if you just gotta be mindful and protect your spirit. I understand. I just hate the way. I never saw the special Rayshawn. I don't even know. I never really saw. I really don't want to see. I really don't because I don't. I know the world. And I understand that people gonna do what they want to do. Hey, Robin, and I know people gonna do what they want to do. And y'all know it. Y'all know it. But the thing is, if they ain't benefiting you, if they ain't sending you no check, child, please don't pull that energy to you. Like, okay, I see. I don't even want to protect your energy. Because I'm going to tell you what you do. If you decide to feed that positive spirit inside of you and make it grow, watch God start sending you people. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe you helping me. Like, who are you? People are going to be coming out of nowhere helping you. Things gonna be happening to you so good because that positive light is bringing more positive people to you. Things gonna happen for you. The house you wanted, the car you want. Things gonna keep coming to that light. You're gonna be pulling stuff to you. You're like, oh my God, I am happy. You're gonna make videos where you crying like I am really happy because you filled that light up. You nourished it. Now, when you nourish that darkness, things gonna start coming darkness to you. Things gonna be like, why is this happening to me? Why this? Why that? Why when I hear somebody laugh, I thinking they talking about me? Because you're feeding that darkness. And what you're doing is you're pulling everything dark to you, which will not be true in all not in all cases. But you're feeding that. You make that energy grow. Then now you're paranoid. Now you got anxiety attacks. Now you feel as though when you walk out the door, somebody may be on the side of the door to kill you. Like you just going all because you made it grow. How does somebody start to protect your spirit through I was just saying that I knew you just came on. I'll say it again. I just I think I got to be a part of her life. She always tell the fucking positive plus authentic and desire to help other people. Hey Edward, the honest oh, I understand this was something I needed to hear. I guess so many people did me. Right? Rachel, and that's the thing about it. You're a real person. But see, you have to find out what they did to you. You have to find and when you find it, find a place where you're at peace and find out you got to divorce a lot of pain. And the question was, how do you protect your spirit? I just said it before, but I'll say it again. You protect your spirit by making your positivity thing inside of you grow. And the reason why I say positive means that you're building something that's inside of you that you're going to make manifest positivity and things come your way without you even asking for it to come. Because light attracts light. Darkness attract darkness. Now, if you create this thing inside of you, which is your spirit, the light, that you want things to grow and manifest and monetary value, um, good people, people doing things for you, people that may hate you gonna be doing good things for you, don't even knowing that they're doing it, but God will line them up to it because that positive light is gonna make them do things that's gonna help you, that's gonna grow. Things gonna be happening for you. You're like, oh my God, I never would have thought I got this. Oh my God, I can't believe this is happening to me. Because what you're doing is that light is growing in you and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger and it's getting bigger. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to me. You're in shock to the point where you're crying that you don't even want to tell nobody because you're afraid that somebody's going to wish bad luck on you because there's so many good things that's happening to you. You just don't want to tell nobody because you're afraid that somebody's going to try to manifest it and shoot it down. So you're so afraid because there's so much good stuff happening to you because that light inside of you has pulled so much to you. And what you're doing is you're going to protect your light. You're protecting your spirit. And remember, you don't have to share everything with everybody. Sometimes it's best to be humble and protect your light. Because a lot of people won't be happy for you. Because there are dark spirits that's going to attack your light. But it won't work if you know your peace. Um, as someone with autism, it's hard to catch if someone is trying to be negative influence. I still try to learn to stay positive and say thankful for the next people. But see, this is the thing about it. And I understand you say autism, but see, the thing about it is, you have a spirit inside of your body, and you get that feeling. We're all spirits, first of all. We're all spirits inside of a body. Let's be clear. But we all have a third eye, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, because the world will tell you it's not. But you have a third eye where you can start walking and turn around because you feel like somebody looking at you, and they are. And the thing is that when you get people that come to you and say negative things to you, you know you need to leave. They will use the word like, oh, I'm just trying to help you. If your spirit is saying, help me, you should be conversating with this person. Because your spirit says, go. Your spirit is saying, you got to go. Do not put all that positivity on this person. Do not try to talk to this person because your light need to be protected. What you got to go is, okay, give me a minute, and you go. Because all that darkness going to be sitting there. They're like, oh, I thought you was going to come back. Don't even answer. Because what they're doing, they're going to reap what they sow. Your job is to go. When people give you this thing where your gut is saying and you can feel in your spirit and they kind of hurt your feelings and you kind of feel it's not genuine and they got more to say to you to tear you down, just go. There's a thing called constructive criticism and there's a thing called criticism. Constructive criticism is when, hey, let me show you this. It's the delivery. Let me show you this. What do you think about this? And when I speak to you, it's because I'm saying things in an encouraging way to protect your spirit, and it's coming from a good place. You know the difference. Then when somebody says something and they're talking at you instead of talking to you. If somebody talked to you through love in their heart, you could feel it versus somebody saying something to you and it's like, whoa. If you walk away from me and you feel bad, that means you wasn't supposed to get that message. You wasn't supposed to get that message. That person has a problem with you and they want to see if they can get in your head. That's why you have to be mindful of who you allow into your life. But see, this is why we're talking about your spirit, protect your spirit when you find a place of peace. When you find a place of peace, you know where to go when that person leaves. You go to a place of peace. You got to cut them off. A lot of people we have in our lives, we have to let go. Some of the people you really love that really don't love you, it hurts. I think that's because parents, I think that to become a parent, I think that people should have a license to see if they are mentally, emotionally stable and also have money to take care of a kid. But see, Nova, this is the thing about it. It doesn't go that way. I keep telling you, we are real people. We're not computers. It's not lined up that way. It's not. It's not. We're not perfect people. We're not. We're not. And a person can create a baby doesn't make them a great parent. Just a person makes a baby. And if they was messed up before they had the baby, they gonna mess the child up. Not all the time. But it is what it is. The cycle is crazy. Raven, the world needs more. I don't know. I appreciate that much, but Raven, your personality is hard to find because you have such a warm heart. That's why I feel like some men should be trying many ways to treat. But see, this is the thing about Sean. The kind of person I am, I would meet the opposite of me. And he'll try to tear me down, to rebuild me. Sometimes men, not all, sometimes men don't like the fact that you're strong. And it goes for women too. Sometimes women don't like the fact you're strong. If they think you're strong, they want to say they could take you down a few levels. They want to see if they can see what I could do to make you take. They don't have to do that, but they're going to do it to challenge you. And sometimes what they'll do is they'll wait until you fall in love with them, and then they'll put it on you. And then you're the kind of person saying, I don't even know you, because the person I met is not this person. Because it was called a breakdown. They wasn't the one that they didn't meet you for the reason you thought. They meet you so they could break you. And this is what happens. And in some cases, you end up on drugs, you end up drinking, you don't care no more. These are different people. That's why you have to protect your spirit. So when you know something is not lined up with your spirit, you gotta go. I don't understand why people are so mean about things they don't understand. My method just came out, but I knew when he was young, it was a big relief for him when I told him I loved him. But see, this is the thing about it, Robin. People who was raised a certain way refuse to see other people. And it just don't stop at the child. They refuse to see a lot more. It's even more deeper than that. And unfortunately, if they don't recognize it, if they're not willing to change and recognize it, because they can recognize and don't care. But they're not willing to change. They're going to stay in that spot. Some people just won't change. They'll say, I'm set in my ways. I'm too old. You ain't too old. Just like you ain't too old to get out that bed to go to work. Just like you ain't too old to 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 change your hair. You're not too old. But if you say you're too old, that's your excuse. I mean, you don't want to help. And then sometimes some of the people you got to leave behind got to be some people that you really love. It's sad. But the thing about it is, we're spiritual people inside of these bodies. And sometimes we're related to these people through blood, but not spiritually connected to these people. Because in line, we're not connected to them at all. We're connected through blood. We're not connected to the spirit. That's why it's so easy for parents to throw their children away, because they're not spiritually connected to them. That's why it's so easy for some children to leave, because they're not spiritually connected to them. They're blood related, but not spiritual connection. A spiritual connection means I can't leave you because I'm in line with you. That's why we meet friends, and some of our friends can't leave us because they love us so much, because they're spiritually connected to you. They're not blood for that, but their spiritual connection to you is so strong that they can feel you when you're hurt. When your blood family don't feel nothing, because they're just blood family. They're not spiritually connected to you. That's why they have no problem hurting you and saying mean things to you, because they're not connected to you at all. Some people are scared of unknown, very much scared. That's why we got the race problem. That's why we got the race problem, Pete. Because they're afraid of the unknown. They don't have to do it. All this racism stuff we're going, they don't have to do this. They just want to do it. They don't have to. They don't have to. They want to do it though. And unfortunately, you can't. I mean, everybody's lined up. Just because Raven will do it, you may be the kind of person that want to fight people and make them understand. I don't do that. I'm not doing that. Because the one thing I realized, a lot of times the ones you fighting for will be the first ones to turn against you. So many people need real therapy. You so true, Mr. Like I do. It's true. We all suffer from traumas. We all can heal ourselves, but we have to start deleting some of these files that we have in our mind and try to find out what the. And I'm gonna tell you what you could do that may help you. You could take a piece of paper and you could write down things on what you do, and write down things of what you do. Okay, I'll use me as an example. I'll say trust issues. Why do I have trust issues? And it goes back to mommy and daddy. Okay, mommy and daddy. Trust is why mommy and daddy. Because when they were supposed to be protecting me, they didn't. So, okay, so mommy and daddy didn't protect you. So how are you going to move forward past that, what they've done? Okay, so now I know this now. Now when people come to my life and to do things that reminds me of them, I have to sit back and say, do you know what you're doing? And then they go, what? Because sometimes people don't know. They say, do you know what you're doing? And they say, no, tell me. You're doing things that maybe don't trust you. And then they go, well, what did I do? When they start that, well, then what do you do to me? When they start that trigger, you have to sit back and say, I didn't do anything. Now, sometimes you may have. If they say, well, if you say you ain't done this, then what about this? Because sometimes, remember, we're human, we're real people, we make mistakes. Sometimes they may call you on something that you may have did that you don't recognize what you did. Because we're not perfect people. And when they call you on, they say, well, you know what, you're right. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to fix this. Because positive and positive. Okay, let's do this. Now we know. We both know. Because when we're, so I called you out and you called me out. Now we know. But it was done in love. It wasn't done with malice. Then we say, okay. Now you get some people like, you know what? When you call them out, they may have a whole different approach. They may come off really nasty. And then we know, so, well, you know, I try to talk to, oh, please, I already know. When they start that, You gotta go. You're gonna have to leave a lot of people you really love. You're gonna have to. I really like what you said about hearing negativity when it's not happening, hearing people laugh. It's the truth though. But how do people recognize when the negativity is real and when it's fake? A lot of times in our mind, we make things more than what it is. And I express this a lot of times because I know I keep saying, I may sound crazy, but I'm going to say it until you hear it. We're real people. We're not perfect. We're real people. We don't do things aligned up right away, and we don't do things where we're always right. But recognizing what we do can help us move to another level. And when I go outside, I'm going to use me as an example. When I used to go outside, I used to see people look at me and start whispering. To me, I'm thinking they're saying something bad about me. They're about to jump me. They're about to do something to me. And what they were saying was, wow, I love the way they got their hair. I wonder where they got their hair from. Oh, I love that shirt. What they're saying is something positive, but I'm not hearing them. What I'm thinking they're saying, they're about to hurt me. Because what I've done was, I created this whole negativity thing about me that people, so when I see it in my mind, I go to the dark place. And I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm already getting ready for something that's not even about to come. And then I'm waiting for them to say something to me because I'm on 10. And they ain't even that. They ain't even that. Okay, another example. We stare at people. We stare at people, right? And like, okay, if we see, if you see a guy, he got on a jogging suit and sneakers, like, whoa, he looks nice. This is real, like you really feeling his outfit. Like he looks really nice. He turns around and look at you, and you looking at it. You see what he look like, and then you turn your head away. What he's thinking is you thinking something negative about him because he's seeing you turn away. And remind you, in your mind, all you saw was a nice outfit and you really like it. But he saw you look at him or her and they're thinking, okay, this person got a problem with me. Now they're thinking you got a problem with them, but that's not what you were thinking. And now they're getting ready for you. And they're like, well, is it a problem? Because in their mind, you about to do something to them. We're real people. And if if that person thought positive and you thought positive, when they turned around, you be like, yo, your outfit is fire. You gave them confirmation. And they'll start smiling. They be like, oh, thank you. You know, they be like, thank you. Because what you did was you gave them that positive. So anything negative they would have thought, you gave them like, yo, thanks. You know, you get it from. Now you hated this whole positive thing and you pulled this whole positive energy. Now when you see the person like, yo, what's up? Think of my people. It's the energy that we put out. And that's the thing about I'm a teen mom and my son is my world. I, I'm still a child and I try to protect him and let him know I'm here. I want to protect him from the evil world and just worry for when people. This is the thing about it, Pete. As long as you keep that bond, and I don't know what the case, because I told you I would be the worst, because I'm very overprotective, so I get it. Trust me. I was very overprotective of my son. The thing about it is that as long as you keep them close, but this is just me. I mean, you don't have to do what I do. But like people say, don't be a friend to your children. Be a friend to your children. Because the more you're a friend to your child, the more information you're going to receive. They're going to share with you stuff you like, yo, you shouldn't have shared this, but I'm going to take it in. Because the more you let the more you let them know it's okay, they're gonna slip up and tell you stuff they shouldn't be telling you. You like, yeah, but don't let them know what they're telling you they shouldn't be telling because if you, the one thing you don't want to do, especially if it's a boy, don't shut them down. Don't shut them down because they're gonna tell you stuff, and they're gonna give. You'll be the one that's gonna protect them because they overshared. But it's a good thing because you are a protector. And then you also can have a conversation and say, well, this is what you should do. It's in the voice, this is what you should do. Check this out, and let them know. And they know, and sometimes, I hate to say this, but sometimes you got to kind of like win them over on certain things. On certain things, it gets more information. You have to download that information from their head without letting them know that you download information from their head. Because they're going to overshare. Children are going to overshare. And when they overshare, it's going to save you because it's going to let you know. Now, they ain't going to tell you everything. They ain't they gonna share everything. But a lot of times they're going to have slip-ups because they feel like they got a friend. But if they feel like they can't trust you and they have to be so police, the military, it's a lot of secrets you ain't going to find out. It's a lot of things about my stepson I know he hasn't told me yet. I already know. He ain't told me, but I already know. It's a lot of stuff coming, but he ain't tell me. It's a lot of stuff I know about a lot of people. They ain't tell me. I know they ain't tell me yet. Yes, exactly, Robin. Don't listen to this world. They be like, I'm not your friend. I'm so and so. I mean, when I say that, I'm not talking about being disrespected. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. Don't disrespect me. But for me, like I said, I'm different. And you're different. You do things your way because that's your child. But for me, I got into mine's head. Like I know how he moves. I can say things to him, and he'll just start bust out crying. Like I know how he thinks. I know how he moves. So, because he let me in too far in his brain. But he don't know that. He don't know that. As an older person, we could catch on to stuff that their minds haven't even caught on to yet. When I was with my mother, she knew more about me. She knew more about me than she wanted to know. She knew a lot about me. Now, by me oversharing with her, it actually ended up being my demise because I thought she was my friend, but I didn't know how she felt about certain things. And if you have a gay or a, a two-spirit woman, or and if they don't like people like that, and then you happen to be one of the people they don't like, you may be losing your parent. They may tolerate you, but they won't really love you. When you walk through the door, it's not like oh my baby, hey baby, I got you some. It's more like, okay, it's a couple of dollars on the stove. I left you money on the stove, go get something to eat. It's no kid. It's like I'll just raise you until you can get enough, you can get out. In some cases, they don't even do. They just throw them out. Exactly. You have almost used. Yeah, alien. Yeah, that's the thing about it. But the thing about it is, it's just real. I don't know why I'm still up, but I'm glad to catch the rave. Hey, go. It's because you know what it is. It's a very spiritual war that's going on, and I know y'all could feel it. Y'all could feel something in this air, and even though we talk about this mandate vaccine, y'all know it ain't right. But they doing this mandate. Y'all know it ain't right, and y'all spirits let y'all know it ain't right. Y'all know what they should, but there are going to be people that's going to reverse this whole mandate thing. Something really big is going to happen. That's going to make it's going to be such a reverse on this that they to the point where they're going to stop it. Something's going to really happen. Y'all going to see something really is going to happen, but they're just going to stop it. They can be at a loss It's just sometimes when you go so, it's like a lie. Sometimes you want to take a lie so far that you just got to keep going on with the lie until you get something else to cover up a lie. But it's something that's going to happen. It's something that's going to happen that's going to make them stop it out the tracks. My boyfriend has an out of state job to support us and worries my son won't get attacked, maybe. I'm overthinking. But see, that's the thing about it. See, you're taking the information. You're feeding a dark space. See, that's the thing about it. Remember, I keep telling y'all, we're all human. We got the good side, we got the bad side. We got the good side, we want this growth, and we got the bad side because things have happened to us. We got the bad side of traumas. We got the bad side of upbringing. We got the bad side of bullying. We have to learn. It doesn't go away just because we know it. We can control it the best way we can. And we're not always going to get it. We're not always going to be successful. Because once again, I'm going to say it again. We're real people. We're individual people. We don't get it right all the time. We don't. But we can acknowledge it and try to fix it the best way we can. And some days we're going to do great, and some days we just going to fail. Because, like I said, we're real people. We don't get it all right all the time. We don't. But we could fix it. And when the fixing becomes, is when you come to your peace. And your peace of mind sometimes is when you're alone. Like now. Or if you're sitting in the park by the water and it's quiet. I got a lot. I got a lot going on for a 17-year-old. That's okay. But see, Paige, just the thing about it. You could take that same statement and make it positive. You have a lot going on for 17. That means you have a lot of things that could come to you. There's a lot of things that could happen for you. You have a lot of things you could feed that baby because that baby going to pick up that spirit that's inside of you. It's a lot of goodness that you could pull to you. It's a lot of things that you want to do that you could pull to you. It's a lot of things you want to grow to you could pull to. You could pull everything to you that's positive. Pull all that good stuff that you want to pull it all to you. Build that light up. And that statement will be, I got a lot of 17 things for 17 years. I got so many good things coming my way. You got to realize, see, I'm introducing it to you because you didn't know it before. But now, when I leave, you know it. So now you're going to protect yourself. When these people with these negative things are going to say, like, nah, you ain't building that part. You'll find something else. Whether you're going to watch hair videos, whether you're going to watch wig videos, whether you're going to watch clothes videos, whether you're going to watch everything you're going to start doing is going to start pulling it to you. You just got to just be mindful and protect your spirit or what you pull to you. And I say this because you're a real person. And sometimes we pull things to us that we don't realize we're doing to ourselves. People rely too heavy on labels because they are mentally lazy. No, but see, that's what the world created. Hey, Sana, but see, that's what the world done. This is what society does. Society destroys people and say, I don't know what's wrong with them. They got bipolar. Let's give them a pill. They got anxiety. Let's give them. Society do this. This is why I keep saying over and over, protect your spirit. Peace. No one is in this house. Well, y'all in here. But the peace. Peace. Protect it. If your TV is off, look at the peace. Look. Feel this. Feel this energy right here. See nobody busting through the door. Hear nobody screaming at me. This is what you want. And when you're in your house and nobody's around, live in this part. Live in it a lot. Live in it. Sit in it. Cut the TV off and live in it. And make it become stronger. So when somebody does something negative to you, you know where your peace place is at. And when you go to that peace place, you notice nothing is on. No distractions. Somebody leaving. Um, also true. I'm receiving this information. Raven, Robin, time for me to check back in. I really need. All right, Robin, have a good night. And that's the thing about it. Just don't be so hard on yourself. Remember, just because I'm introducing it to you doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. It ain't going to happen overnight. It ain't going to happen. It is a process. It's a process. It doesn't happen in a month. But the thing about it is, just have to work on yourself. We're real people. We are. And y'all know, Raven falls down more than most. I tell y'all, I don't always get it right. And sometimes I don't get it right at all. And it's different. It's different. I tell y'all all the time, Raven is not perfect, honey. I fall down more than most. I fall down more than most. But you leaving too, Mr. Like It Like I Do. But the thing about it is, you just have to be mindful of what you pull to you. Protect your spirit. Protect your spirit. Sometimes you got to leave people you really love because they really don't love you. You love them. If they don't love you like you think, and you keep saying, why do you do this? Like, why? Because, oh, okay. Because they're not who you think they are. When I got older, I never understood the words, the truth hurts. I understand it. The truth does hurt. The truth hurts because when you find out people for who they are, it hurts. Especially if you really love them. You really love them. And find out they really don't love you at all. And it hurts because it's the truth. And sometimes, even though you know the truth, you still want the lie. You want the lie. Like, I just, but the truth, no matter you want to take it or not. That's what I was telling Nova. I was like, the truth hurts. No matter how many times she can go into that church, if she's not really ready to accept the truth, she's just going to keep getting it over and over and over until she can accept the truth. And sometimes you have to find another place to pray. God is everywhere. God is everywhere. And the thing is, you know, we're not perfect people. So you just try to do the best you could do. But it's a process. And that's why I say when you see people that's doing things, that's shooting people down, or people that's shooting people down, like saying negative things, get away from them. Because they're in a very dark space. And they're looking for other people to join the dark space. And then when everybody who does things that destroy people or hurt people, watch what happens. Watch what happens to them. Watch how all of a sudden they can become victims and their attitude happens when they get a turn. When they get their turn, they get in their feelings. Then all of a sudden they use a bunch of profanities. They want to curse you out. But you said with this person, but child, I most definitely understand lots, so many friends because I'm a teen mom. Sometimes you really just have to. But that's the thing about it. You're a teen mom, but the thing is that you are lined up in that position as a teen mom because something greater is coming from your child that's aligned with you. Hey, Memphis. So your child was given to you for a reason. It's something y'all about to do together that you don't even know. Y'all lined up together for a reason. But protect your child's spirit. And like I said before, pull your child close to you. Y'all are lined up together, growing up together for a reason. It's something bigger y'all gonna do together that's just gonna make your eyes scream. Everything is placed for a reason. But protect your child's spirit. Just like you can protect yours. Uh-huh. That's what I'm saying. Got the same birthday. Protect your child's spirit. Like I said, put your child close to you. And like I said, don't be like, oh, let your child talk to you. And know what I used to do? Know what I used to do, Paige? This is what I said. I used to ask mom for advice. Always get in their head. You gotta low key do things to get in their head. Like, yo, I need to talk to you for a minute. Ask them certain things because you make them feel like make them feel like they're really important, which they are, but you know what I mean? You kind of make them feel like, listen, I need to talk to you, and then they'll come to you and talk to you and remind you. They're going to start sharing stuff with you as well. And you be like, yo. And now low key, you be like, yo, you should be, low key, you be like, you shouldn't be sharing this with me. But you can't say nothing because you don't want to, the one thing you don't want to do, especially if you got a boy, you don't want them to shut down. You don't want them to shut down. You don't. Because if a man shuts down, he start making his own truth in his head. And probably with girls too. But if you shut a child down, they start making their own truth in their own head. And that's not what you want. You don't want your child to create their own truth because it won't be the truth. It'll be what they thought. And if they've ever been hurt, they may start building their truth off of that. And it won't be positive or it may not even be true at all. But in their minds, it is true. When I sat down when I was talking to my when I sat down and I talked to mine, he was telling me all kinds of stuff. I made tacos yesterday. All right now. I had spaghetti and meatballs, but I fixed it on. I think this coffee is sleepy time coffee. Every time I drink this coffee, I'm about to fall asleep. I'm about to fall asleep. I really am. But I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all see how y'all see how what brand? It's I had got it when I was at work one time. It was nasty. Nasty coffee. Excuse me. Nasty coffee is the ones that really work. It's Lord Jesus. It's I was about to say Nestle, but it's not Nestle. It's Lord Jesus, girl, I don't even know. Let me look up here. I know what it is, but I don't know the name. Now that you ask me. Let me see. Lord Jesus, I put coffee up here. And okay. Okay. It's not Folgers, it's not Castle, it's not Nestle, it's not Maxwell, it's not Folgers. Here's the one. It's Taster's Choice. It's this one right here. This is the coffee. Now this one is supposed to be the strong one. But now I like this one. Oh Lord Jesus, I want this. Now this is Spanish coffee. I like this one. I had this one, but I never had this one. This one, I got this in the refrigerator. I don't know if I can see this. This is in the refrigerator. Now I had this one. This one don't taste so good. It don't keep me awake. This don't do it for me. You seen Walmart? What you said? Seneca? I never had that. I swear, every time I drink this coffee, it makes me want to go to sleep. I kid you not. I'm drinking this coffee. I made this coffee before I came on live, right? My brother. I made this coffee before I came on live, right? Because I went to sleep early. I was exhausted. So I made this coffee, and I'm like, I'm falling asleep. I didn't fall asleep. Well, I didn't fall asleep. I feel like once I drank some, it started making me sleepy. It's sleepy time. Sleepy time coffee. I used to stock at one. Oh, okay. I used to be a stalker. Oh, okay, make that money, honey. I ain't even mad at you. Make that money. I got that on my cabinet. It is nasty. That's why I thought it worked, because it's nasty. It is nasty. But wait, let me tell you something. It's the brown one. It shows you the strength. So now the next time I buy some coffee, I'm gonna get the brown one. Let me tell you something. I went and I bought some fish in the packs. You know the fish in the packs. Child, never again. You buy fish in a pack, and then you cut the pack and the out the you cut the pack and take the fish out. The fish is this big. I was like, this is like the size of sardines. Like, come on now. Never again. I need some sleepy time. It's not supposed to be sleepy time gold. That's the thing. But this is some sleepy time coffee. I mean, I was doing fine until I drank something. And once I drink, I started yarning. Coffee, what? Yeah, it's like sleepy time. I was drinking water because I took a bath. It's so funny. Before, when I was mad younger, I used to get out there and I used to take showers and baths. And I still do though. I ain't gonna lie, I still do. I still lay in the tub like 2 hours. Do anybody take 2 hour baths too? Even a girl from Milwaukee used to tell me she wanted another daddy because I wouldn't give her no more money. Well, everybody's different, Memphis. I wish I could find me a man to give me money. Child, give me some money. But she would still be like, she loves me. You love this girl, Memphis. Lord Jesus. Me too. I went to the market and I tell you, I saw fish move heaven. Yeah, fish. I mean, the fish I had was, I don't know. I feel kind of bad sometimes when you're eating food that's alive. I was watching them cut up pigs and stuff. I stopped eating bacon, not that it matters, but I saw this video of them killing pigs and cutting them up. I was like, oh my God. It's bad enough I saw a video of them cutting up dogs for the Chinese restaurant. They took the dogs and they dry rotted them like prunes and let them bake until they were thin. And they cut them up and put them in the food. I was like, oh my God, this is too much information. I may be eating dog and Chinese food. I ain't coming back. That's why I stopped eating. Going to a Chinese restaurant. When they was cutting up dogs, they cut up rats. I was like, oh my God, no, I'm good. Nah. Because I know one time before I was eating beef, I was like, this beef tastes funny. I probably was eating a cat. Child. That beef was so silky and oof. Mm-mm. I stopped eating out. But my tall. It's too big. How tall are you, Mr. Like I Do It? How tall are you? Child, you know Memphis Needle was stuck. He in love with this child. I don't know what she did to him. Lily Memphis is stuck. I just wish Memphis find somebody else so he can change this page. I'll be glad when we turn this page in his book. I guess we'll wait till we'll wait for him. We'll wait for you, Memphis. One day you're gonna turn the page. We'll wait for you to turn the page. I tried eating duck, and that's the most adventurous. I don't know. It's so weird because I still like chicken, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, okay, 6'3". Oh, all right now. Only 6'3". That's a good, but my job is small. What you mean small when you say your job is small? Oh my God, you should have been in Bangkok with me in 2018. I didn't touch anything to eat. That was like a cat, rat, and everything, noodles. I believe it, Edward. I did, but I was blind. I thought she liked me, but I'll be glad when you turn this page, Memphis. Lord Jesus. Turn this page in this book, Memphis. I'm praying for you. Because for some reason, you just keep going back to that book. I'm 5'6". Okay. Okay. My bath is built for people like Father. Yeah, my bathtub is built for people who tall. I got one of them bathtubs that you can sit down inside of. You know, the old buildings got the real old tub. It's long. I never forget I was in an apartment. I had an apartment in Jersey City. That bathtub was for a person who was 6'5" or 6'6". Whoever made it must have been for 6'5" or 6'6". When I got in the tub, I had to literally hold up. I would slide down. Oh, baby, when I tell you, I had to take that water and make it super duper hot. That's when I had a boyfriend. That's when I was in Gablewood. And we would get in that tub together. And when I tell you, we used to sit in the tub, remind you, we're in the tub together. And the water be up this high. And we literally can't even touch. Baby, I used to take the water because I used to like to take, I don't take it now, but I used to like to take hot baths to the point where your head going, baby. Asian people don't season their meat. Mm, those are epic tubs. Yes, Edward, I love those. Raven, I got to make sure I recognize and understand all the signs she was showing me. She never won. But you already know it, Memphis. You took the hammer out of her hand and start putting it in your hand. You'll get there. Everybody gets there their own time. You'll get there. When you get tired, you'll get there. It's a process. I get it. Trust me. I could tell you 1,000 times, but it's like a drug user. It only stops when you stop it. Yes, that tub is. I used to make it real hot. He used to jump out the tub because I would make it real hot. We used to test. We used to get in the tub together, and we wanted to see who would get out the tub, who could take the tub the hottest. I knew I could. I would get in that tub, and he said, "Ah!" He used to get out the tub. His whole body used to be smoke used to come from his body, and I still be in the tub. I don't take tubs like that no more. But the bad part about it is, hey, Perry, have a bless. All right, Paris, have a good night, sweetie. I'm about to check out always. Same for be careful. Protect your spirit, Paris. Remember I told you, protect your spirit. Because we're in the belly of the beast. Protect your spirit. Be lined up what you're watching. Make sure you feed that light. so great things could come to you. Don't feed the darkness. I love my hot tub, some candles. Yeah, I like that too, Paige. You know what I like? Y'all ever see them candles that smell good? They got these one candles out there that smell like pumpkin pie. I was like, pumpkin pie? I was thinking about buying me one of those candles smell like pumpkin pie. They got them right at the dollar store. I remember the dollar store was $1 chapter. The dollar store got a few dollars. Whatever happened to the stuff cost $1? I went to the dollar store today and I bought some Vaseline because I like the wintertime is coming. So y'all know wintertime is coming. So you gotta put Vaseline all in your face because your face is gonna crack. I've never seen Vaseline like this before in my life. This Vaseline had a silver thing over the Vaseline. Like it was a silver thing so nobody could use it, I guess, to make sure. And it smells like it's buttered down or something. It's just different. Oh yes. Seasoned cans. Yeah. I didn't get one though. I used to just burn my incense. Can you see? This whole thing is this whole thing right here is filled up with incense. I like to burn them to you already know for the spiritual reasons. But I do like the smell of I do like this. They had a big one. I think it was $5. I think I'm gonna buy one. I stay in a dollar store. Dollar Tree said they are raising their price. They done raised them. They done raised them prices. I'm light skinned, so in the winter I'm almost transparent. Okay. Okay. Hey Julian. But hey, have apple cinnamon candles. You know, yeah. No, but to me says they got these incense that's they got an incense over here that smell like candy. It smells like cinnamon candy. When I burnt it, I said, it smell like candy. Yeah. Nothing. How you been, Julian? I haven't seen you in a long time. You okay over there? Oh, are you okay over there? Who's tall on here? The weird thing is when you're tall, it feel like every day you've gotten taller. Oops. It feel like every day you've gotten taller when you're tall. Don't it feel like you're getting taller every day, Mister? Like do it. Like every day I feel like I'm getting taller and taller. I'm like, am I still growing? And when you don't sleep, I can still. Right, that's the thing. I went to the store. I was like, damn, am I still growing? Like some days I feel like I've gotten tall. I'm like, damn, what's going on? Oh my God, it's like I just keep growing and growing. I want to get tattoos. I want to tattoo my arm. I want to tattoo. You need a hit of Tina that will keep you in the pen. Mm. Um, I'm gonna pray for you, Edward, because I know you must be dealing with something. You must be dealing with a demon, honey, because that's a demon statement. I'm gonna pray for you, my friend, because you're in a lot of trouble. Um, Heist is weird. I'm 5'4", 4 years ago. I was 5'6". Yeah, it's weird though, cause with me, Paige, that is like, I go in the store, I be like, yo, what is your favorite kind of pie? I really don't eat pie, but I'm greedy. Y'all know I'm like a dog, honey. I ain't picky, but I don't really eat pie too much anymore. I kind of try to stay away from sweets, if you know what I mean. I try not to do too much sweets. Height is weird. Oh yeah. What's your favorite food? What tattoos would you get? Indian, an Indian one. You know, you should have known that. Get an Indian one. I just can't afford it though. Yeah, but it's not that you weird, Edward. You're introducing drugs. And when somebody can introduce drugs, that's a dark place, my friend. That's a dark place. You have to be careful of that. Whatever you're struggling with, you got to release it. Because whenever a person get offered Tina, and that's a drug and that's killing people, you shouldn't be offered. Or, you have to be careful. I don't know, maybe you're struggling with something, but you got to be careful. My spirit tells me you've done Tina. My spirit tells me that you may be doing Tina, but I don't want to tell you that. So you are doing Tina. So you are in Tina. Oh, okay. Mm, okay. Okay. I don't know what type of trauma you're going through, Edward, but whatever trauma you're going through, I don't know. I pray for you, because only you can stop doing Tina. It's only you can stop. That's a drug, and also, you know, um, the more you do it, the darker you're gonna get. Exactly. He's in a dark place. But see, this is the thing about it. Edward has to get there when Edward wants to. Edward's not gonna get there until Edward wants to. Unfortunately, he's in a place where he doesn't quite. So this is the thing about drug users, y'all. This is the thing about drug users. When you're talking to, no disrespect, Edward, but when you're talking to drug users, you're not talking to Edward. You're talking to the drug. Edward is not in his Edward is not in his chat room. The drug is in his chat room. So in order to meet Edward, Edward has to become clean. Until then, we will never know who Edward is. We only gonna know the drug. Because the drug is gonna talk, the drug is gonna move, the drug is gonna do everything. But Edward is not in his chat room. The drug is here. This is this is the thing about life, is when even though even though you could try to talk to somebody, it has to be done his way. It has to be done his way. It can't be done our way. It has to be done his way. Because whatever he's dealing with, whatever he couldn't shake, whatever he couldn't get rid of, he's still bringing it with him. Because every time he takes a hit or whatever he does, it's coming with him. And also, when you're on drugs, it's easier for spirits to get into your body and transition because his spirit is not lined up within himself. It's easy for entities to go inside of him because he's not full. He's not complete. He's broken. So whatever broken Edward has to fix it. And until that point comes, we're not going to know Edward. We're just going to know the spirit. If y'all notice, and see, this is the thing of when you're dealing with people who may have had a bad past or things maybe he's been through, he isn't really ready to divorce that pain yet. See, and that's the thing, y'all haven't met him. It's fine. Everybody has to get things their own way, and it's fine. We're not perfect, so anyway, it's okay. But you don't have to explain. You do what you got to do because we know you're not here. We know that Edward isn't here. That the drug is here. The drug is talking to us, not Edward. And you can't reason with the drug. So this is the part we just step away and let you do you. And when you get tired, is when it'll change. But until then, we're not talking to Edward. We're talking to the drug, and the drug is going to say anything. And that's what the drug does. It's a distraction. Anyway, the theme is in show called The Haunting at the Hill. Yeah. Anyway, y'all. Raven's about to go. I've been on here for 2 hours. So y'all have a good night. And love you all. Protect your spirit. Remember, we're in a very spiritual world. And there are a lot of dead people that want to be alive and they can go through people to get back. They will. Yeah. Good night. You don't have to be sorry, Edward. You have to do things that's going to help you. The thing is that when you get tired, you get tired. No, it's not even that. That's not what I'm saying. I already talked. Everybody knows. I talked to everybody on here. They kind of know what to do, and I expressed to them, it's not you. It's the drug, and you're not here. The drug is here, so we can't reason with you or talk to you because we know you're not here. It's the drug here, and it's not like anybody's upset with you. We just hope that you could see and find your way home. But anyway, good night, everybody. Love you all. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Have a blessed night.